Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Noelle and today we are going to talk about the reasons why people choose not to go to the gym during this period of a global pandemic. Now, I don't know if you caught it over the weekend on all the various social media platforms, but there was one video in particular that went viral for all the wrong reasons. It was a video made by a certain fitness trainer lambasting people for not heading back to the gym once the gyms had opened up. He basically fat shamed people and said that if you're not going to the gym, then you're just going to sit at home and grow fat and unhealthy. And as somebody who has not seen the inside of a gym for the past 6 months, I would say that's actually not the case for me. I didn't grow fat or unhealthy during this period. And I definitely think that not going to the gym is kind of sustainable if you found the right fitness habits and eating habits. Why do people sign up for gym memberships in the first place? There are a few reasons. The first one is that when you have a gym membership, you don't have to buy all of this equipment and store it at home. So you're basically just paying someone else to store the equipment, maintain the equipment, and then you can use it. So it's convenience. The second reason is socializing. A lot of people make friends at the gym, or they sign up with their friends to go to gyms, and that's where they meet up and hang out. And if you've ever been inside one of these big gyms, you would have seen the many amigas, the mommies who spend their free time at the gym, attending all of the classes, having lunch at nearby establishments, and hanging out with their friends before they have to go and pick up their kids from school. So yeah, socializing is one of the reasons why people sign up for gym memberships. Basically, it gives you some kind of structure to your fitness routines, because yeah, there are regular classes that you can attend. There are trainers that you can hire to keep you on track for whatever reasons you're going to the gym in the first place, whether it's just for health or if it's for body shaping, that sort of thing, or if you're trying to achieve a certain fitness goal, like maybe run a marathon or join a Spartan race, that sort of thing. But then, of course, life has changed all over the world. For runners like me, there are no races. And for people who attend Spartan stuff, there are no events. For people who are into bodybuilding, there are no events either, except for the recently concluded Century Tuna Super Bods. They concluded in a grand fashion with an actual pageant, which was the first of its kind since the whole country shut down. So kudos to Century Tuna and their production partners for that. They were able to hold that pageant in the safest way possible. But even in the lead up to that final event, their candidates had to make do with home workouts. You know, the reasons for heading back to the gym during this pandemic are really growing quite thin. As someone who has had a gym membership for more than 10 years, I actually had my account frozen when they announced their reopening at the beginning of this month. And I've had it frozen for the next 6 months, basically because I want to see if any behaviors could cause a spike in transmission at the gym. Like, for instance, the aforementioned socializing behaviors of Filipinos. We really do love a good chat and a good hangout. And that's actually a risk factor for getting the coronavirus. So yeah, I want to see if these classic Filipino behaviors will still result in transmission, or if the gym's strategies and measures that they've taken can properly mitigate these risks. I know that online you've seen a few rankings of how much risk you have of being exposed to the coronavirus for certain activities. And going to groceries, supermarkets is a moderate risk level, which is why I try not to go more than once a month because I'm trying to minimize that risk. Now, if going to the gym has the same amount of risk as going to the supermarket, you do need to go and exercise at least 3 times a week. So if you're going to the gym 3 times a week, then you're exposing yourself to the same risk of going to the supermarket, but 3 times in a week. So that's not great. So yeah, I've taken a wait and see position with all this. I know that in other countries around the world, they've done their statistical analyses, and they say that going to the gym presents no greater risk factors than going out to your workplace or other things for that matter. Especially if the gym's taken certain precautions in hand, like limiting the number of people who are in there at any given time, making sure that the equipment is sanitized. Hopefully, gyms are improving the ventilation in their facilities because you know that airflow is a significant factor in whether or not the virus is going to concentrate in an area or will dissipate or will break down in open air. I'm going to reference a video up here. So if you're interested in what kind of safety measures gyms in general have undertaken to reopen safely, then head over to the link up or in the description box below and see if this amount of exposure or this amount of safety is enough for you to resume your gym habits. Now, if you're still like me, you're still being cautious at this point, if going to the gym is not an option, then how do you stay fit? Well, if the superbuds could do it with at-home routines, then, I mean, normal people can probably do it as well. I did notice that they weren't as heavily conditioned as previous superbuds pageant contestants have been, but that's not a bad thing because the superbuds kind of looked stronger and healthier in a more natural way. So I actually prefer this sort of look from their contestants rather than the more bulked up, more subtly unreal and unattainable characteristics of pageants past. Anyway, staying fit and healthy is a mix of diet and exercise because you can exercise as much as you can, but if you're still eating more calories out than you expend, well, you'll still gain weight. That's the way the body works, and there are no easy fixes. So for me, I've attempted to stay fit by doing lots of cardio with running and cycling, but I also supplement it with weight training. I bought a suspension trainer system so that I could reasonably do pull-ups and all these sorts of other movements that running and cycling don't allow me to do. Body weight exercises, that sort of thing. And it's worked out pretty well for me. I love that feeling of getting some burn in the muscles and that strong feeling that you get when you actually do resistance training rather than just pure cardio. Other ways I've stayed fit during this period have been to use the Nike Training Club apps. There are so many exercises or so many sessions there that are designed for using just body weight, no equipment or very, very minimal equipment. So if you don't have a home gym set up, you can still get yourself a great workout. And even if there are certain exercises that are recommended with weights, you can actually do them without weights and still get some benefit out of doing them. Other people that I know have also been following along with YouTube workouts. And this is a great way of getting some high intensity interval training, especially if the trainer on YouTube is showing you correct form, correct programming, and hopefully it's scalable. So even if you're a beginner or you're advanced, you can follow along with the same workout and get a good workout. And then there are also some, pretty good paid services. Like you could hire a trainer online to work out with you over Zoom. I know a lot of my friends who run Pilates studios have gone this way. So, with a minimal investment in certain equipment, somebody can actually do a Pilates workout at home, following along with their trainer on Zoom. And this has also been the case with other people from boutique gyms and boutique fitness studios. There have been online cycling classes, online rowing classes. Basically, any kind of group exercise you want to do, you can find it online for a fee. But this fee is pretty reasonable considering that you're at home, safe, and you're still giving your favorite instructor a livelihood. So I really find it quite hilarious to say that just because you're not going to the gym during this time means that you're going to sit at home and get fat. Not that fat is a bad thing either. I mean, there are people who are naturally rounder, and it's a function of genetics and a function of lifestyle and a function of sometimes you literally can't, you physically can't get up and go to the gym because you're not abled in that sort of way. So yeah, I don't think that you should take it against people if they don't come back to the gym. You just have to pivot as a fitness instructor and find other ways to serve the people that you need to serve. Because what it all comes down to is that as somebody who worked in the fitness industry previously, the people who are already fit aren't the ones that you need to reach. It's the people who are taking their first steps into a more healthy and more fit lifestyle that you're actually speaking to most of the time. Personally, as somebody who has already established a workout routine and a fitness routine, I'm not looking for somebody to to hype me up and to pump me up and to motivate me. But it's that person who's on the couch, who's thinking about creating a fitness routine that's going to be the target of whatever you put out there. And if what you put out there is negative and it's telling them that they're never going to change because they're not going to go back to the gym and give your gym business, you're working at cross purposes with why you're there in the first place, which is to give people a helping hand and achieve that fit and healthy lifestyle. And people can do this with or without the gyms. And it's up to you as a fitness professional to find a way to fit in with what people need at this point. Alright guys, that's it for this week. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please do give me a thumbs up. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe to the channel. If you want to offer your own insights into all this, please do give it in a constructive fashion. I'll be back again next time. Bye!